Penn State is switching from Nike to Adidas. Welcome into the Landon Tengwall show. On3 has announced that Penn State is switching their apparel provider from Nike to Adidas, pending the approval from the Penn State Board of Trustees, which is all but imminent. It is a sad day. I can't imagine Penn State without Nike. It's synonymous with each other. The black cleat with the white swoosh. I can't imagine us running out onto the field with anything else. Everybody is asking why. And I will tell you, the answer is money. That's the root of all the bad things happening in college football and college sports at this point. Is money is the driving factor of everything. Tennessee recently in August made that same change from Nike to Adidas. If you follow me on Twitter at Landon Tengwall, I think the post got like 6 likes and no views. Basically, I made a post and I kind of hinted that I said, hey, this is likely that other schools may, make this change. Wink, wink. I was, kind of knew a couple things, didn't want to necessarily say it, but that's why you follow me at Landon Tengwall on Twitter. In August, they announced, like I said, that they were switching from Nike to Adidas. And Adidas, when talking about what they were giving Tennessee, they said unprecedented NIL opportunities to Tennessee student athletes. So basically the reasoning is NIL and money. Adidas is trying to offer more money, more NIL gigs to these schools to bring them away from Nike and all these other brands that they're working with. And schools are biting because right now, a lot of these schools, their athletic departments are borderline broke. They went from being flushed with cash to giving up over 20% of their income to student athletes because that is the new revenue sharing model. So many universities are cutting costs anywhere that they can find it. And if they can add a big chunk of money, they're taking that really with no hesitation. So if an apparel company comes along and says, hey, just switch it over in a couple years from now and start wearing our stuff, yeah, I'm going to bite if I'm an athletic director. And I just want to clarify, I'm sure some of you just watched that and said, BS, that's crap. These athletic departments have a ton of money. Yes, but no. Athletic departments were set up for so long that they basically spent everything that they got every single year because they knew that the next year that money was going to be replenished or it was going to be even more money. And that's why you look around, college football facilities are all around superior to NFL facilities because NFL facilities, the owner has to pay that out of pocket. Like if you want to upgrade that locker room or give them a nice new, video game room or what, that's coming out of the owner's pocket. The athletic programs for so long, they just threw money. They were able to just throw money at that type of stuff and say, sure, go build a new locker room. Let's build a new weight room because the money was there. They had it to spend. Well, all of a sudden, boom, 20% of that money, and you normally spend 98% of that money, and 20% of it's gone, that's a problem. And you start to look around and say, hey, what the hell are we going to do? So there's a lot of athletic departments that are in a little bit of trouble right now. So let's talk about logistics. I'm guessing our deal will be something similar to Tennessee or Texas A&M that also did something similar like this. Don't have the full details on Tennessee. A&M did sign the deal with Adidas in 2022. They did $47 million over 5 years. So almost $10 million per year, and there was a couple extra things in the clause that Adidas was giving them even a little bit more. So I think we'll be well above that because that was 2022, and Penn State is a much more prominent brand than Texas A&M is. But welcome to the new world of college football, ladies and gentlemen. And real quick, I'll speak as an athlete that was forced to wear Adidas in high school and then also had to wear Nike, obviously, here at Penn State. It is not even close. Adidas doesn't hold anything. They're not even within the same stratosphere as Nike when it comes to football gear, specifically the football cleat. And that's what I kind of worry about. Our guys, are they going to be comfortable? I hated the Adidas cleats. In high school, I used to wear Nike cleats and I'd put tape over the Nike symbol because our high school, we'd play on ESPN and stuff. And they're like, hey, you can't have that. So I'd tape over it, because that's how much I hated the Adidas cleats. So I'm not trying to put Adidas down. Listen, we're all going to have to be wearing Adidas gear here in the near future, most likely, as long as this gets approved. But it's not really that close. Also, hit that subscribe button. That is why you listen in, tune in. Not only are you getting the breaking news as it comes out from me, but you also get a player's perspective that you will not get anywhere else. So hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications as well. Like I said earlier, Penn State synonymous with Nike. We were actually one of the first teams to say yes to start wearing Nike when they were really just kind of a track company out in Oregon. And we said, yeah, sure, we're going to wear your stuff. That's no problem. And then later on, we decided to partner up with them in 1993 as an official, coming together party, striking a deal with them, and we put them on our jerseys. That was a big deal at the time. Many people were against that, and we got very used to it. And I'll just tell you, look, Joe Paterno and Phil Knight were best buds. I mean, they were very tight. Phil came to Joe's funeral here in State College. Phil went to all of Joe's kids' weddings. It's sad to see that relationship between Phil Knight and Nike and Penn State has come to a likely end once again. Still has to be fully technically approved, but I think it's all but over. I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Do you care? Do you not care? If and when it does happen, it probably will take about a year or two. If we're doing it right now, I don't think it would start till at least 2026 school year, probably 2027. So especially if we're still ironing out those kinks. But listen, save up, save your all that Penn State Nike gear, because I don't know how much longer we're going to have it. So go on down. I don't know. Student Bookstore, shout out Student Bookstore, sponsor the show. Maybe go check them out. I know they got some Penn State Nike gear around there. But let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. I'm curious to hear from you. We will have, very quickly after this, I'm going to post up the film breakdown, 4 downs, giving you the 4 things that you need to know that kind of flew under the radar on the film. We're looking at Amari Campbell, Ethan Grunkmeyer's long 94-yard drive. We got an offensive line. Everybody's been wondering about that. So got a couple things coming. I wanted to get this breaking news out to you guys. Appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.